Hey, everybody. I hope you had a great weekend. It's the Rick and Rob show talking about real estate. How are you doing today, Rick?
Doing great. Good to see you again, Rob.
Nice. It's
How's your
Rick,
weekend?
Rick, and Rob over here.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
How come you have different fonts for our marketing directors would tell you need to have in that small space you only need one font.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're Rick and you're a little different and you're in Texas, and then I'm Rob and I'm a little different and I'm in Vancouver. So, you got to have two different
Yeah.
fonts. I mean, like for
Our
me,
those are Texas sized letters.
well, they're very emboldened. Anyway.
Okay.
All
what
right.
are we talking about today, Rob?
No more dad jokes for me today. So, all right, let's talk about recruiting again. People like that last video we did. So when you're talking, when a broker owner, let's just say, a broker owner is talking to an agent, what are some of the things that you can talk to an agent about to move the conversation toward more of a recruiting proposal that doesn't make it seem snaky or sneaky or whatever, something that, that would help them, in the field, right? Because maybe they're doing deals with an agent or the agents come by the office. How can they push that forward into more of a recruiting conversation?
Yeah, so that's interesting. There's, I think what fundamentally what has to be present for anything to really come from a recruiting conversation is there has to be a certain authenticity that, and this maybe is a little bit deeper than what you want to go, but people move towards pleasure or away from pain. So if you're solving an agent's a problem that they're having, either they're not getting the right support or they don't have the right tools and services that they can deploy, or they can get those tools and services, but it's a piece here, a piece there. And by the time they're done figuring out their operating system or their platform, they're paying too many companies and they have to do too much research. So whatever the problem is that they're trying to solve, you have to genuinely solve that problem. If you talk your way past something and it's really not, you're not really going to solve a problem, then they're going to join your company, be disenchanted, and then leave. And that's just it's like getting a listing if you're a real estate agent. You can get a listing, but if that listing doesn't sell and you have a sign-on lawn for 3 months and then 9 months and then a year and a half, what does it say about you as an agent? And what does it say about that property? It's vast dispersions. So you don't want to get recruits at any cost. You generally have to solve their pain, or you have to figure out a way to have them be able to do the work and hit their goals and hit their personal best, and save them the time so that they can have a higher quality life. I would say more opportunities for higher earnings, or more time to enjoy those earnings, and that's because not everybody strives to do better every year. I mean, we're coming off one of the best years in the history of real estate. How many agents have a goal for next year to be 20% better than last year? Some do, but some are going to say, if I can just stay there, or I can even make 10 or 20% less, but if I have enough time to enjoy the grandkids or enjoy my family or have some work-life balance, then if your company can deliver that for me, then I want to be part of that. So if you authentically solve their pain, or you authentically can give them more pleasure in their life, then that's where your recruiting conversation should happen.
Yeah. And I mean, that's a great way to just start asking questions. If you're going to uncover those pieces of the puzzle with somebody, excuse me, then chances are, there are good questions that need to be asked. Are you getting the systems and support that you need at your office? Are you getting the type of things that you want to, sorry, I've lost my voice.
So I hope you feel better.
All right. Yeah. Sorry, I've got something in my throat there. Sorry about that. We'll have to retake that one.
Are you drinking an energy drink?
It's just Coke Zero, Pepsi Zero.
Pepsi. Okay.
I'm not an energy drink guy.
Yeah, me either.
I'll have a cup of coffee. Sorry,
Yeah, me either. I can honestly say I've never had an energy drink. Period. I just never done it.
Oh,
I don't know why.
Gross. I mean, who hasn't done a what is it? The Jager bomb.
Yeah, you don't even know. A Red Bull. A what?
A Jager bomb. Berta knows what one of those is.
Oh.
Jager bomb is Jagermeister dropped into a glass full of Red Bull, and then it's a shot.
Oh,
yeah. I mean,
wow.
It's been a long time.
The things that your audience learns on these shows.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're cutting this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start again. Same question. That was when talking to an agent. What are some of the things to talk about when going authenticity? Sorry,
authenticity.
I'm going to have to make this my last one though. Otherwise, I don't want to lose my voice. Sorry. Like I said, I'm fighting a bit of a bug, but I'm here. I'm good. We're good to go. All right. And the other ones we've just done are very good. So we'll tie this one up.
Okay.
All right. There we go. Make sure we look good there. All right.
You look great.
Oh, come on.
Except for that fleshy neckline.
It's a little fleshy. I wasn't expecting it to be so fleshy. Anyway.
I don't know. Got to hide that light switch.
Yeah, the light switch is worse than the fleshy neck. And see, now you're a little bit, you're kind of, can you move, the camera a little bit so you're a little more, there's a wall there. Okay. All right, here we go. Yeah. And action. Hey, everybody. I hope you had an amazing weekend. It's Rick and Rob talking about real estate again. Rick, how was your weekend? How are you doing today?
Weekend was great. They go by fast, but it was, we're in, as we always say, the fast moving water. So we're working through a lot of the weekends, but it was great and everything's going fine.
Awesome, man. Just a quick question today. When a broker is talking to an agent, what are some of the things or the key things that they can talk about with that agent to move that into a recruiting conversation rather than just a conversation where, hey, how are you doing? How can that develop into something where they're pushing it toward a recruiting ask?
Yeah. So the last conversation we talked about, I think you asked about data and recruiting.
Yeah.
So we use that data to try to, first of all, know the person we're talking to, at least know their production levels. Are they up over the market, under the market? But all recruiting conversations need to start from the perspective of authenticity and really try to solve for can we really help that particular agent? Can we really help them achieve their personal best or achieve their goals, whatever they may be? We're just coming off the best year in the history of real estate in my lifetime, and not everybody's going to want to have 20% above last year. They're going to be happy to have what they had last year. But whether it's their personal best or increase year over year, the conversation has to start with authenticity. I was taught a long time ago that consumers move away from pain or towards pleasure. And from a classic, marketing strategy, if you're talking to agents, you're going to do one of two things. They're going to join you because you either help them have a better life, have better work-life balance, or you're going to solve a pain point, such as we don't have enough products, enough tools and services to do our job. Our technology platform doesn't give me what I need to succeed. So if you can solve that pain point or solve that problem for me, then we're gonna think about seriously about coming to your company. Now, I don't do that. I don't get into those conversations very often, but when I do, it's always moving away from pain or towards pleasure. And on the pleasure side, when people want to have a better work-life balance and spend more time enjoying the fruits of their labors, if you have a system that saves time, cuts labor out of the workflow process, and we do, the cloud-based system called Bullseye, that platform helps people have a more pleasurable career in real estate. So make more money or have more time to enjoy that money.
So it'd be fair to say that having strategic questions to ask would be a great starting point for most brokers.
Well, yeah, this is what kind of drives you guys. I mean, you could probably teach a class on that point alone, but certainly
for sure.
it all starts with questions, right? You have to know who you're talking to. Information and data about one's productivity and trending up or trending down, outperforming the market, underperforming the market, all of that helps. But man, if you don't start with questions, then you're not genuinely interested in the person you're sitting in front of.
It's true. It's just like making a sale and developing product knowledge. You've got to know what's on the other side of the fence. You got to know what's going on, right? And a lot of people just want to get their sales pitch out and pitch and not listen to what people have to say. And I find, and we always find, the best recruiters and the best people that do build offices ask questions, and How is the market treating you? Is there things that your office isn't providing you? How is your lifestyle? How are you? You know, just very basic things that can just put somebody more at ease, where you're disarming them and they feel more comfortable talking to you. They already know you. Maybe now they'll open up about some things that they're bothering them at their current office, right? Like developing strategic questions and being smart about it and being classy, way more effective to recruit than just jamming a sales pitch down about fees or any of that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, no, there's an old selling model. You prospect for business, you qualify the prospect, you make a presentation, you overcome objections and close. That's a 5-step antiquated process. That presentation model doesn't work today. People want to be genuinely informed about the things that are most important to them in a consultative, advisory capacity way, and then they can make a decision about whether they stay put, come to you, or go somewhere else. But we do have an advantage. I mean, we're one of the fastest growing companies for each of the last 3 years. I think last year we were the fastest growing real estate company in the country, and we're 8th largest in the nation in terms of transaction count, which I really like, because if you're just a recruiting engine and you're recruiting and you're the largest or the 8th largest or whatever because of agent count, but not in transactions, so you're just growing on body count, it doesn't do your agents any good. And I'm proud to say that we moved from 139th to the 8th largest real estate company in the country in 2020, and we outperformed ourselves again in 2021. So on transaction count, which means our agents are outperforming the market and having success. And that, above all else, those recruiting conversations are best had when your agents are the advocates for your company, and we're enjoying a lot of that right now. So.
Love it. Always a pleasure to see you, Rick. Thanks so much for coming on the show again today. Rick and Rob talking about real estate. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have an amazing week.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks, everybody.